Hello everybody, welcome back to Firefield Junction, and we've got another review for you today once again. I know I've been probably throwing reviews at you fairly recently, or just videos in general, but I thought I might as well get through them, get them out of the way, and I've got to this one. The reason I'm doing this one now is for a reason I will explain in a moment. But yes, as we can see, today we've got a Class 158 for us today. However, it's not the new tooling, as you can see. That we've got one of the old tooling 158s for us today, and I suppose one of the reasons I'm doing this, I suppose these older 158s, I suppose older Bachmann DMUs in general, they are very good. Even though yes, these are fairly old, but they're still impressive models. They're still very, very good. For the money, they're definitely worth it. And obviously, if you can't afford the new tooled 158s by Bachmann, you won't be disappointed by these. They are great models. They've got very good mechanisms. They've got light. The detail is pretty good. They're definitely well worth the investment if you can't afford the new ones. Well, I suppose having a closer look at the box. Well, obviously, as we can see, and I suppose one thing actually is, for once, Bachmann have got the photo right on this particular one. For those of you that are familiar with the older Bachmann DMUs, they obviously put these photos on the front of the box so you know what's inside. However, usually the livery isn't correct for the model that's inside. However, for once, this is correct. The model that we have got today is in the first Northwestern livery, plus the photo on the front of the box depicts, I think it's 158765. I think that's the unit inside. I think that's the number on the box, and that is also the exact unit that is inside the box as well. So not only have we got the right livery on the front, but we've also got the exact unit that's inside as well. Now, before we open the box, I will just mention something. If you are free this weekend, Swindon Model Railway Club, which I am part of, we are holding our 61st annual exhibition on the 5th of March at the Museum of the Great Western Railway. I will be at the show. I will be on one of the stalls. So if you are looking for something to do this weekend, and you can get to the show fairly easily, then please feel free to come along, have a look around, see the layouts around the show. If you see me, because I will be on my own stand with some of my, and I will be displaying a various collection of the models that I've converted to DCC. And coming back to this model, if you do come to the show, you will see me convert this exact model to DCC in person at the show. So if you would like to come along to the show, please feel free to come along. It would be excellent. It would help the club out so much. It would be great for you to come along. So again, if you are free, please feel free to come along to the show, and we can have a chat, and hopefully we'll all have a good time. But anyway, putting that to one side and going back to the model, obviously there's nothing else incredibly interesting on the box. If we just have a look at the end, we can see it's a 158 car DMU. Don't know why they've done that, but yeah, First Northwestern, model code 31-505. Now it is second hand. I'm not sure how much this model has been used. It did say it appears that it's been unused. However, I have already opened it and had a look at it, and it definitely has been used before. The wheels are dirty. It looks like the wiring side might have been changed a bit. I'm not too sure, but the model definitely it's definitely been used before. But let's have a look at the motor unit first. We might as well. That would make sense. We've just got to get into it first. The box is playing up a bit. There we go. And then if we use some gravity to help us, there we go. So we've got the unit there. If we just take out this bit, we can put the box to one side. There should be some stuff inside here. Yes, there is. So we've got the guarantee. Okay, we don't need to look at that. We've got, yes, I'm familiar with these. We do have some steps that come with the model as well. These haven't been fitted actually, which is quite nice. These are still in the bags, but guards for steps, so that's quite a nice feature. We've then got the other typical paperwork. I'm sure we're all used to seeing this by now. So it's the typical stuff if you need to replace any parts, which you never really should do, although I have had to replace parts in the past, but It's only been 1 or 2 times, so that we're all used to seeing that. And we've also got the guarantee there as well, but we're not interested in that. So we've got the unit itself, we've got the steps down inside there, but we won't look at those. We're interested in the unit itself. So it's typical old style Bachmann packaging. It's not the best. I suppose it does the job, but it's not the greatest packaging in the world. There we go. So this is the unit with the motor. And I suppose, again, as you get with lots of Bachmann models, plenty of weight. The entire chassis on these models is completely solid metal. This entire middle section here is solid metal. So that's one of the places the model gets a lot of weight from. And you've also got the motor inside, which adds to the weight as well. The livery application is very, very nice. Now, the main reason I've gone for this particular unit is I plan to debrand it, basically. I'm going to rebrand this model to First Great Western. So it's going to be a fictitious model, because obviously I'm pretty sure that never happened. I'm pretty sure there were no 158s that run around with this particular sort of in this livery with the First Great Western branding. But it's just something that I wanted to do, and I think it will look quite nice. But yeah, she's not too bad. We can see 158, 758, and she does have working lights. And once you DCC her, which I will be, then you can obviously turn those on and off as you wish. The couplings on the front of these units, they are just dummies. You can't use them, unfortunately. But you can add your own. I have seen it done. You can chain, if you want to, add your own couplings to the front with a bit of work, and it does work. I've seen it done. I might do it in the future, but I'm not too sure. Now, as for wheels driven and pickups, on the motor unit, all wheels pick up and all wheels drive. A bit overkill in my opinion, but again, it does the job. The mechanism is very, very good inside these models. You've got a nice big motor in the centre, twin flywheels, and it drives all of the wheels on both bogies. And it's a good mechanism. It's smooth. It's not completely silent, but it is smooth. It's reliable. It does the job well. It's not too bad. It's definitely very, very good. Obviously, there's not awful lot of detail on the underframes, but it's not too bad. We've got enough, I'd say. And we've got some, at least it's not all one colour either. We've got a nice silver sort of tank there, which is quite nice. The bogies turn quite nicely, and so they should do. We've also got the typical Bachmann DMU couplings there. We're used to seeing those. The exhaust is not too bad. It looks a bit bent for some reason, but I'm sure it's fine. If we go to this end, again, not too bad. We've got a nice gangway there, or corridor, to obviously, so you can go between the two units. It's not too bad. We've got the C3 there, which just depicts the size of this coach, and I suppose where it can go on the network and stuff. Fairly bland roof, but yeah, you don't really get very exciting roofs on these models. But yeah, overall, can't complain really. It's not a bad model, not bad at all. Obviously not the best in the world, but it's decent. If you can get these for a good price, I mean, I got this 158 for less than £100, so I suppose what does that tell you? Very, very good value for money in my opinion. But if we just put the motor unit to one side, we'll have a very quick look at the dummy, because obviously it's exactly the same as the motor with just no motor inside it. It's really, really struggling to get these boxes open. They don't. Yeah, again, it's not the best packaging, but again, it does the job, I suppose. Again, let's use a bit of gravity to help get the unit out. It does not want to. Come on. There we go. Again, put that to one side. And just get the dummy units out. There we go. So there's the dummy unit, obviously much lighter, but again, the detail is just as good. Well, it's basically exactly the same. But again, much lighter. Again, you do have working lights. You've got the unit number again. You do have separately fitted wipers on these, which is quite nice. And now, as for pickups on the dummy units, it's just this front bogie here that picks up electricity for the lights. You probably could add pickups to the other bogie though if you wanted to. I'm pretty sure it can be done. It's something I might do in the future, but I'm not in no rush, because I do find, even though it's just one bogie, it does seem to be reliable enough for the most part. But overall, not too bad. Overall, a decent model. But I suppose, obviously, the next thing to do is to put her on the track and see how she runs. I will give her a running in period. I'm not sure how long it has been since she's been ran properly. I have tested her. She is working fine. but I'll go away, I'll run her in, and then we'll come back and see how she runs. So thanks for watching everyone, and I'll see you in part 2.